Hello everyone, welcome back. We shall continue with designing an FIR filter using frequency sampling technique. In the previous video, we discussed how we design FIR filter using frequency sampling technique. Now we shall use that procedure to design the filter for a given specification. Here the desired frequency response HD of omega is given by e power minus j3 omega, where omega is varying from 0 to pi by 2 and is equal to 0 for omega between pi by 2 to pi. This has both magnitude and phase. Magnitude here is 1 and phase is related to this exponential. Okay, so it's a low pass filter because 0 to pi by 2 magnitude is 1 and it is equal to 0 for from pi by 2 to pi. So it's basically a low pass filter. The desired frequency response is a low pass filter. So since it's a frequency sampling technique, he has told us to get the number of samples as 7. Okay, so there should be totally 7 samples. So n is odd here. Fine. So we shall try to design this filter. Okay, so solution. So before we take up the design, we shall plot the magnitude and phase response. So this is magnitude of HD of omega, 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi, omega, this is also omega, 0, pi, 2 pi. So this is theta of omega. Okay, so from where to where? From magnitude is 1, from where to where? 0 to pi by 2, right? So from 0 to this is pi by 2, right? So this is 3 pi by 2. Similarly, this is pi by 2 and this is 3 times pi by 2. So from 0 to pi by 2 it is 1. Magnitude is 1 from 0 to pi by 2 and equals 0 from pi by 2 to pi. So from 0 pi by 2 to pi, and this pattern repeats like this, right? So we need to consider one complete period, so that's why we are taking from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, now the phase, so it is something like this. It is e power minus j 3 omega. 3 is related to slope, so we'll plot something like this. So this is the phase theta of omega. So this has the value 1. This is what the desired frequency response they have given us to design. Fine. Now what is this? This is desired frequency response. What is the next step we need to do here? We need to take the samples, right? We need to sample HD of omega. So taking how many samples? N is equal to 7 samples. Fine. Now if I take 7 samples, now after sampling, what happens to independent variable? Before sampling, the independent variable is omega. After sampling, the independent variable becomes k, right? And this becomes magnitude of h of k, and this is theta k. Fine. So this is pi, this is 2 pi, this is 2 pi. Let me just, this is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, and this is 3 pi by 2. Let me put the magnitude response in a dotted line so that we can see what's happening here. Fine. So I did not plotted the samples yet. We need to plot the samples now. Okay. Now omega right? This omega, I'm sampling it. So now to address the samples, I will call it as omega k, which is equal to what? 2 pi. Why 2 pi? So we are considering 0 to 2 pi divided by how many samples we need to take? We need to take totally n, which is 7 samples. 2 pi by n into k. Okay, so and for how many values k takes? K takes totally 7 values varying from 0 to 6, including 0, it is totally 7 samples. Okay, now so for k is equal to 1, k, so I am sampling this omega axis for both magnitude as well as phase. Okay, so for k is equal to 0, what do we have? 2 pi by 7 into 0, which is equal to 0. So this is 0, this is 0, right? So this is the sample at k equal to 0. This is a sample at k equal to 0. So for k is equal to 1, so what do we have? 2 pi by 7 into 1, which is equal to, so 2 by 7 times pi, which is equal to, so 2 by 7, the fractions what we get is 0.28 pi. So this is 0.5 pi, this is 0.25 pi. So this is 0.28 is slightly greater than 0.25. So this somewhere here. So this is at k is equal to 1. So this is at k equal to 0. This is at k. This sample is at k equal to 0, and this sample is at k is equal to 1. Okay. So for k is equal to 2, we have 2 pi by 7 into 2, which is equal to 2 2s are 4. 4 by 7 times pi, which is equal to, so 4 by 7 we get 0.57 times pi. Now this is 0.5 pi, so 0.57 is slightly more than 0.5, so somewhere here. This is at k is equal to 2. Similarly, so somewhere here, this is at k equal to 2. So fine. So for k equal to 3, we have 2 pi by 7 into 3, which is equal to 6 by 7 times pi. So 6 by 7 we get 0.85 times pi. Now this is 1 times pi. 0.85 is slightly less than 1 times pi, so somewhere here. So this is at k equal to 3, and here also somewhere here, this is at k is equal to 3. Okay, now for k is equal to 4, we have 2 pi by 7 into 4, which is equal to 8 pi by 7, which is equal to 8 by 7 in terms of fraction, it is 1.14 times pi. So since 1 times pi, 1.14 is slightly more than that. So this is at k is equal to 4. Similarly, here it is k is equal to 4. Now for k is equal to 5, so we have 2 pi by 7 times 5, which is equal to 10 by 7 times pi. This is equal to 10 by 7 in terms of fraction, it is 1.42 times pi. So this is 1.5 times pi. So 1.42 is slightly less than 1.5. So this is at k is equal to 5. So similarly, this is somewhere here, it is k is equal to 5. Okay, so for k is equal to 6, we have 2 pi by 7 into 6, which is equal to 12 by 7 times pi. So 12 by 7 in terms of fraction, it is 1.71 times pi. So 1.71 is somewhere here. So this is at k is equal to 6. So similarly, this is k is equal to 6. Fine. So these are all the samples which we have taken for omega varying from 0 to 2 pi. For omega varying from 0 to 2 pi. Okay. Now, so therefore, what is the magnitude of h of k? So therefore, magnitude of h of k is equal to, so it is, this is 1, right? So it is 1. It is 1 for what values of k? For k is equal to 0, for k is equal to 1. For k is equal to 0, 1, and equal to 0 for what values of k? For k is equal to 2, k equal to 3, k equal to 4, and k equal to 5. K equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. And again it is equal to 1, and it is equal to 1 for what value of k? For k equal to 6. Okay, so this is about magnitude of h of k. Okay, so similarly for phase, so what do we have? It is e power j theta has to be equated with what was the total frequency response we had? It is e power minus j 3 omega, right? So this has to be equated with e power minus j 3 omega. Okay, so now therefore let me write it in a separate sheet. So e power j theta is equal to e power minus j 3 omega. So this is as per the given frequency response specification. So since I am sampling it, so theta k is what? Theta k is equal to minus of 3 omega k. So I am equating theta here. Fine. And this 3 corresponds to the slope of the phase. So this is equal to minus 3 into what is omega? Omega is 2 pi by n, and n is totally I am taking 7 samples into k, right? So for k is varying from where to where? For k is varying from 0 to 6. So since capital N is 7. Okay, so this is equal to what? Minus 6 pi by 7 into k. For what values of k? For what values of k? For k is equal to, for what and values of k? So for k is equal to 0, k is equal to 1, k is equal to 2, and k is equal to 3. Okay, because the slope is negative. Fine. So it is equal to k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Now for k is equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, the slope is in the positive side. So for that we have to slightly modify the equation. So this is equal to minus 6 pi by 7 into k minus the number of points, number of samples, which is 7. Okay, I have to subtract this by 7. Why? Because this has to go to positive side, right? So for k is equal to what and what? 4 comma 5 comma 6. So how it is? So for k is equal to 4, 4 minus 7 is what? Minus 3. Minus into minus plus. Okay, so we get 6 pi by 7 into 3. 6 by, at k is equal to 3 we had negative value. So for k is equal to 4, same, but it goes to positive value. Same value, but it is in the positive side. Same value, this is in the positive side. Since I want this to be in the positive side, so what I did was, instead of writing k, I have written that k minus the number of samples. Okay, so this is for k varying from 4, 5, 6. 4, here it is 4, 5, 6. Okay, fine. Now I have to combine both magnitude and phase. Since h of k is complex, so I can write h of k as what? H of k I can write as magnitude of h of k into e power j theta k. So combining both. So if I combine it, h of k, what do I get is, so magnitude times phase. So magnitude is 1 for what values of k? K equal to 0, k equal to 1, right? So for k equal to 0, for k equal to 0 comma 1, so magnitude is what? K equal to 0, k is equal to 1. But what about phase for k equal to 0 and 1? So for k equal to 0 and 1, phase is what? It is minus 6 pi by 7 into k. So it is 1 times e power minus j 6 pi by 7 into k for k equal to 0 and 1. So for k equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, so 0 times anything is 0, so everywhere it is 0, right? So for k equal to 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, so it is 0. Since magnitude is 0, phase magnitude times phase will be 0. Fine. So for k is equal to 6, the last sample, for k is equal to 6, for k equal to 6, so magnitude is 1 times the phase. So magnitude is 1 times the phase. For k is equal to 6, what is the phase? It is e power minus j 6 pi by 7 into k minus 7. Okay, so this is a combined magnitude and phase response of h of k. Now since we got h of k, what I need to do here is, I have to take its inverse discrete Fourier transform, and the formula for n is equal to odd, right? This is for n is equal to odd. For n equal to odd, IDFT equation, here we have h of n is equal to what? 1 by n times h of 0 plus 2 times summation k varying from 1 to n minus 1 by 2 into real part of h of k into e power j 2 pi by n into k into n. So this is the formula to find inverse reduced Fourier transform for given h of k, right? Now we shall plug these values. So for n is equal to 7, what do we have? H of n is equal to 1 by 7 times h of 0 plus, so 2 times summation k varying from where to where, 1 to, so 7 minus 1 is 6, 6 by 2 is 3, so k takes 1 comma 2 comma 3 into real part of what, h of k into e power j 2 pi by 7 into k into n. So now h of n is equal to 1 by 7 into h of 0 plus 2 times, so for k equal to 1 we have the value, but for k equal to 2 and 3, for k equal to 2 and 3 it is completely 0, right? So therefore this takes the value only for k is equal to 1. So what I can write it is real part of h of 1 into e power j 2 pi by 7 into 1 times 1 into n. Okay, why? Because k is valid only for 1, because I have samples only for k is equal to 1. So this simplifies to h of n is equal to 1 by 7 into h of 0. What is the value of h of 0? What is the value of h of 0? H of 0 value is 1, right? What is the value of h of 0? H of 0 is 1, right? 1 plus 2 times real part of h of 1. And what is the value of h of 1? H of 1 is e power minus j 6 pi by 7 into k into the left hand term is e power j 2 pi by 7 into n. So let me write it here. H of n is equal to 1 by 7 times 1 plus 2 into, so this is actually cos theta plus j sin theta. Before that let me take this few terms common. E power, I can take j into 2 pi by 7 if I take common, so it is e power j 2 pi by 7 into n minus 3, right? So e power minus j 6 pi by 7, e power minus j 6 pi by 7, and here since k is for 1, so I have to put 1 here. So now it is proper e power j 2 pi by 7 into n, e power j 2 pi by 7 into n, and e power minus j 6 pi by 7, e power minus j 6 pi by 7. Okay, so h of n is equal to 1 by 7 times 1 plus 2 into, what is this, cos theta plus j sin theta. Since I want only real part, it is cos part, so it is cos of 2 pi by 7 into n minus 3. And how many n values it takes? N is varying from 0 to 6, right? So because, see, so e power j theta is what? Cos theta plus j sin theta. So this is real part of theta and this is imaginary part of theta. So since real part of theta is cos theta, so I have written cos, and this value is theta 2 pi by 7 into n minus 3. Okay, now I need to substitute for n and I have to get those 7 samples. So we shall do that here. So what do we have? H of n is equal to 1 by 7 into 1 plus 2 times cos of 2 pi by 7 into n minus 3 for n varying from where to where, 0 to 6. Now for n equal to 0, we have h of 0 is equal to 1 by 7 into 1 plus 2 times cos of 2 pi by 7 into minus 3, because n equal to 3, right? So h of 0 is equal to 1 by 7 into 1 plus 2 times cos of, this is cos of minus theta is cos theta, so this is cos of 6 pi by 7. So this ends up with minus 0.11456. Okay. Now for n equal to 1, h of 1 is equal to 1 by 7 times 1 plus 2 times cos of 2 pi by 7 into minus 2, because n is equal to 1 minus 3 is minus 2. And this is equal to 1 by 7 times 1 plus 2 times cos of 4 pi by 7, because cos of minus theta is cos theta, and this ends up with 0.07928. So similarly, if you substitute for n equal to 2, we get h of 2 as 0.320. For n equal to 3, h of 3 we get 0.428. For n equal to 4, h of 4 we get 0.320, and n equal to 5, h of 5 we get 0.079, and for n equal to 6, h of 6 we get the first sample, which is minus 0.11456. So therefore the impulse response h of n is minus 0.114, 0.079, 0.32, 0.42, 0.32, 0.079, minus 0.114. So it is a symmetric. First sample is equal to last sample, second sample is equal to last but one sample, and so on, and n is odd. Okay, so this is about designing a FIR filter using frequency sampling technique.